Man.
What's the word, man?
Oh man, listen. I've been busy, brother.
Yeah.
I've been extremely busy.
Uh
So remember I told you, right?
huh.
That I was talking to Mateo
Uh-huh.
and I said, oh yo, I was reading this tax manual, right? And I saw in there where it said blanket bond. He was like, oh yeah? I was like, yeah, in the tax commissioner's manual. He's like, yeah, that's where I got that joint from.
Yeah.
Right? So basically, I went over the form that's in the tax manual. And then I got to looking, and I was like, wait a second, hold up. I think we got the blanket bond. And,
Y'all?
huh?
What you mean, you tried?
No. What I'm saying, John, is that we got the blanket bond.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I got the whole blanket bond.
Oh, from that manual?
From the not just from the manual, but I read the manual and I looked at what Mateo was saying, and then I went back to the video and I looked at the video and I was like, there's that mother hooker right there. Look at that sitting there just as pretty. And sure enough, that was it, bro. I worked on the whole thing today, bro. The whole thing. I made my dispatch joint.
Uh-huh.
I made my blanket bond, and I made an ID card.
Nice.
But what I'm getting ready to do, you need to go here? Oh, go this way. I'm going this way. On top of, I'm putting a whatchamacallit, I'm putting a barcode on my joint. So the only thing I got to do is like right now I got my daughter's on there, her picture just as a place mark, but I gotta find my picture and put my picture on that joint and put the barcode on there, because I got the real barcode, the stuff that the state use.
Yeah.
I got that joint.
You use the same program they use.
Yeah. Well, it's the same format they use. Excuse me. Yep.
Yeah, as long as their system can read it, then you in it.
Yep. I'm good.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, and I haven't talked to Mateo, but what I was going to do was I was going to talk to you first. And so basically, what I'm looking at, right, I'm making a driver's license. As well. I'm making, listen, because, okay, so, all right, so last time me and him talked, he told me, he said, listen, he said, you got everything you need, but what he said is you need to go and you need to do your estate. So I got to do the estate, which I'm going to do. And on top of that, I'm going to do the estate, but I'm also I'm doing tribal tags. 'Cause I'm still going with the tribe, right? Because and not that I'm trying to circumvent, but I'm just, and that's one of the things me and him talked about. He said, well, if you're going to do that, you need to go as a form of government, not as a tribe, and put it up under your state.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do. Put it up under my state, but I'm still going to have the tribal tax. You know what I'm saying? Because by me creating my custom dispatch ID card, my registration, which is all coming from my government, right? And giving them what they're used to. And that's one of the things I always hear him say. Like, you got to follow protocol. Like, get them what, like he do his stuff, right? He copies their stuff. And he just alters what, I thought I took this joint out. He just alters certain things to make it complete. You know what I'm saying? So in essence, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to alter whatever they're looking for, you know what I mean, to fit where I'm at and what I'm doing, so that it'll give me less headache. That makes sense? Like, so they'll know, like, okay, so you need to understand. Like, did I tell you I found, so remember you was telling me about diplomatic immunity in the state, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so me and Mateo, oh shoot, I didn't get her plate. Me and Mateo sat there and looked. We couldn't find it per se, right?
For Georgia?
Yeah. So what I did is I found something else, and basically, it's policy. It's not state policy. It's county policy that states what the requirements are, what's called Office of Protocol, right? For Department of State, or their dispatch to verify the information.
Yeah, it's under the motor vehicle code. It's under the motor vehicle code.
Well, we looked under the motor vehicle code. We ain't find it, but
no, I mean for Jersey, it's under the motor vehicle.
Yeah. I saw the one for Jersey. Yeah, I saw the one for Jersey.
Yeah.
But we couldn't find the one for Georgia. But they got a policy. So, I'm going to put that together. We're going to have a page. I'm creating a page for the tribe so that I can put in driver's license information, registration information, all of that stuff. Because I'm operating, really operating like a damn government.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever they can do, I can do better.
Right.
Or if not better, equal to.
The government has to be the estate, and all the subsidiaries is what you create to put under the estate. Like
exactly.
The tribe. You put the tribe under the estate.
Exactly. Well, I went back and I looked at how it was. And the way that the trust is that I granted the tribe or the tribe. So it makes sense of what Mateo was saying, and you were saying to go ahead and get that estate done, right? So I'm gonna work on that. I need to work on that. Mariah, you having steak, right, baby? No? Okay, baby, that's fine. You want steak? Okay. So basically, yeah, I gotta go back and do that way. You know what I'm saying? To put it in there under the estate and correct that status under the estate, right?
Now, can you identify what's giving you the authority to do it?
My will.
Now, where's the will coming from? What gives you the authority to put the will or the deed together?
Basically, through the that will act. No.
But you need to find it. It is the Wills Act and it's the Session KV Act.
Right.
But where are they located federally?
Where are they located federally?
Yeah.
Where are they located federally?
Title 42 of the Council of the District of Columbia.
Got you.
So let me just pull it up real quick, right?
Mhm.
Real quick, I'm driving and shit.
Mhm.
So the Council of District of Columbia, right?
Okay.
Title 42, Section 305, conveyance by anyone claiming such. Any person claiming title to land may convey his interest in the same, notwithstanding there may be an adverse possession thereof, right?
Okay.
Now, let's go to the previous one, which is perpetuity's effect upon the states created by deed or will. That one was repealed, right?
Okay.
But wait, was that? Yeah, that was repealed. All right, let's go to the previous one. This is where everything fits. You understand?
Mhm.
So you go to Session KV Act, it's from 1666.
Right.
Right? You go to the Wills Act, it's from 1838. So now you have to understand where it lies now.
Right.
Because that's the language that you're going to have to speak to allow them to know that you know.
Right. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's 42. What 305? You said.
Yep. Just pull up District of Columbia, Council of District of Columbia laws or codes. They're a council, and they're holding our security. Present and future vested or contingent interest conveyed by deed or will. Any interest in or claim in real estate, whether entitling to present or future possession and enjoyment, and whether vested or contingent may be disposed of by deed or will, and any estate which would be good as an executory device may be created by deed.
Okay.
You understand?
Right, by the
So
deed.
now,
Yeah, that's where the deed comes in then.
that's where the deed poll comes in. But guess what the deed poll is? Your deed poll is the certificate of trust.
Right.
That you write up based off of the Declaration of Independence and the estate's will. It's not your will, it's the estate's
will. Yeah.
You come in physically, right, through the Declaration of Independence. By and through the estate granting you, ordaining you, and appointing you the executor of the estate / guardian / ambassador.
Right.
Because ambassador just doesn't mean nothing except all an ambassador is the highest title of the diplomat.
Right.
But it starts from there. So now you've identified where the Session KV Act is.
Right.
It's in the District of Columbia.
Right.
and that's why it has to be a deed. That's why you put a deed poll. But the deed poll is just going to say deed poll status correction or status update or change of status.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Then depending on if you're abolishing, then you would use UPU and the diplomatic relations, or if you're altering, you would use trade enforcement and facilitation and the Omnibus Anti-Terrorism Act.
Oh, so that's where it comes in.
Right.
Because we talked about that, but he didn't explain. Well,
that's why I say you have to distinguish what you want to do.
Right.
So I know what I'm doing, so I know what laws to put at the top of my paper.
Right. Yeah.
But on the Declaration of Independence, the first line should be the District of Columbia's Council Code.
Right. Right.
So that's where you're getting the SESTA-KB and the Wills Act from. So you're speaking the language that's required for them to see and know and understand. You know who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need all that fluff, all that extra shit on it.
Right.
Them two laws is what it is. And then clearly a deed poll, all it says is your new name, your old name, your status, and your nationality. Well, we know that there's only 3 nationalities that exist or that are recognized. It's a U.S. citizen, it's a national, or it's a diplomat.
Right.
That's it. Those are 3 nationalities.
Right.
You know what I mean? Your status is ambassador, which is the highest level of a diplomat.
Right.
And all you're doing is telling them what the last will and testament instructed, right? And your independence separate from them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you give the certificate to firstly it goes to the Social Security Administration. That's how you kill the social.
Right. That's if you're abolishing.
Huh?
That's if you're abolishing, right?
By the way, you still got to do it.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, if you're abolishing, you go to Social Security. I'm abolishing, so I'm only focusing on the abolishing part.
Right.
I understand the altered part.
Right.
But I'm abolishing. I decided.
Yeah, you said you out. I got it.
I showed you my seal, right?
No.
Huh?
You get your seal done?
Let me show you. Check that out. Got it?
Now you look something like Mateo's a little bit, but but that's fly. I like that. Got your crown on there.
I got a crown and a shield.
Yeah.
He don't have a crown and a shield.
Right. I think he just got a shield, right?
No, he don't got a shield either. He just got the wheat leaves.
Oh,
and the circle and the eye in the middle. That's it.
Okay.
I'm identifying me. That was for him to identify him.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everybody got their own, got to do their own thing.
Exactly. Now this seal, once this seal is registered, then I no longer have to use this.
Right.
I no longer have to beg. I no longer have to ask.
Right.
I just give orders.
Like, yo, get this stuff, get out.
Yeah, I heard that. The car did.
What you got to do?
You heard?
Huh?
The car did.
You did what?
Doesn't matter. What you say now?
Oh, no, I thought you were talking to me.
Oh.
I heard you say something about a car.
Oh, no. Now, I need you to get out of the mindset of ID cards.
Right.
Because you're not required to have ID cards. Why? Because you're exempt and excluded from their policies. So you don't use ID cards. You use membership cards for your mission.
Right.
That's all your custom dispatch declaration is. It's a membership for your mission. You don't use ID.
Now, you know.
Because you're already in the system to identify your status. What do you need an ID for? The reason they use ID is because they're trying to identify the citizens.
The citizens, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a policy. That's a policy for them. That ain't a policy for you. When you're a government.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Then, what's his face got a driver's license? Joe Biden? They ain't got no driver's license. They ain't got no ID.
Right.
They issued their form of membership card directly to them.
Right. Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a membership card. But I just showed you where the membership began. You see how it is? I'm about to send you this. I'll just send you this so you can see it. If you open it up, you'll be able to identify exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
Let me see. This was appealed. Conveyance. There you go. Deed or will necessary for more than 1 year term of limitation. You got what I just sent you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He counted.
What?
So we don't have to. I mean, we still have to register our seal. Right?
Yeah, but that's, you know how easy that is? Let me tell you how that's done. Right? When you send it to the Secretary of State, when you send it to the governor, right? You're sending it using the UPU,
right,
and EMS,
right.
So the registration number from that post is registered on it. That's it. To register is just the mail.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
so
it.
I know he used certified, but I was thinking about using registered.
For what? It's pointless. Because when you start identifying what the UPU is and what effect it has on it, you're not going to look at registered or certified. It don't matter. It's under the UPU.
Period.
So that certified number, right, is the registration number.
Okay.
He only used green joints. He don't use the red ones.
Right.
There's no need.
Right.
Got to get out of the mindset of U.S. citizen and all of that, so you can look at it from a different perspective.
Right.
And all your documents that have your seals on it are going to have the Hague Convention on it. Why? Because under the Hague Convention, ambassadors don't need notaries.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But you have to know all that to implement it.
Yeah.
So now when you speaking to them, when you're expressing your state to them, all they need to know is that you understand what you're doing.
What you're saying.
Exactly.
Right.
Nobody's going to tell you that you put the Hague Convention on there because ambassadors don't require authentication.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then when you send it to the Secretary of State to get the apostille, to get their seal, you're going to put all the countries. You're not going to pick one country.
Right.
That's what's going to take the box off of your document.
Right.
Now, that one seal that they send you is the same one you're going to reprint and put it right on top of every document that you ever do. So the first thing a cop pulls you over, the first thing he sees is the Great Seal of Georgia. the governor and the Secretary of State. When you go to a vendor, the first thing they're going to see is the Great Seal of Georgia.
Right.
Because that's the protection for the estate. The estate is there to protect you physically.
Right.
And they have an obligation under all of these trees that I mentioned to protect the estate and defend the estate. That's their job.
Right.
There's no way around that. But once you're in compliance and they have everything that you declared, and then you also send them it's basically an indemnity bond or a blanket bond,
right,
which covers you for up to $500,000 in damages. Now, all their bonds are $50,000 and under.
Yeah.
A cop's bond is only $50,000. So when they see $500,000 on there for violations, they in trouble like a motherfucker. Now, you're not going to take them to court. You're not going to sue them. You're not going to do none of that.
Right.
Right? But you are going to whistle blow on them. And then guess who comes down with the Rafiki stick? The Secretary of State and the governor. The cop ain't over the Secretary of State or the governor, is he?
No.
The store isn't.
Nope.
None of the vendors are.
Nope.
So there you have it. Now, when you go over the vendor's authorization and vendor's authorization waiver form, right?
Mm-hmm.
The vendor's authorization form is the 12T or T12, right?
Mm-hmm.
All you're doing is putting in your state information, and you're taking the receipt or purchase order or whatever document they gave you and attach it to that, right?
Okay.
That describes them. Now, when it's time for you to do the waiver form for the vendor's authorization, that's when you put yourself as the vendor. Your state is the vendor. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
You switch positions.
Right.
So they're the vendor on the authorization form, so you're authorizing them to receive the funds. But then when you're sending the waiver form to the Department of Taxation and Revenue, because that's who's going to cut the check for the vendor.
Right.
That you're getting the service from. But in actuality, you're the vendor on the waiver form. Why are you the vendor? Right? I'm gonna tell you why you're the vendor. Because as the vendor, you're the one creating the security.
Right.
So today, what they do is you fill out the consumer application. They take your application. You just created the funds for them to go get, right? They make you sign a power of attorney form so that they don't need a vendor's authorization form or vendor's waiver form, right?
Mm-hmm.
They go get your money. They keep your money. They don't never give it back to you. They keep it and then tell you got to make monthly payments on whatever you purchase. Then they take the original application and they trade it on the secondary market to make interest on it. Right? Well, this way, when you're stating that you're on a vendor waiver form, when you're stating you're the vendor, what are you selling? Well, you're selling your credit.
Right.
And it's for the same dollar amount that you're receiving a service from. So you're debting it right then and there. There's no securities created after that. You see the difference?
Yeah.
That's all that's happening. But you have to be in the system in the proper status to do that.
Yeah, and that's important because when you get pulled over, they're going to the system, and if you ain't in there correctly, then it creates problems. But then if you ain't in there, period, then that creates another problem.
Because the assumption comes in. Well, we can assume you're a citizen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, did you peep how the vendor's certificate of authorization and the vendor's waiver form, all that is double bookkeeping entries?
Yeah, and basically, that's what they've been doing all along. We just didn't know how or why, how to obtain or why we couldn't get that information.
Because we haven't been reading the codes, the treaties, the laws.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know the paper reduction act. You know what that's about? The Paper Reduction Act is about diplomatic securities.
Okay.
right? The Housing Recovery Act is about how they house your securities.
Right.
See, all these acts with these names derive from the Securities Act of 1933 when they officially went bankrupt and all that. And then they put these acts in place to distribute, to monitor, to cooperate, to communicate where the securities are, how to use them, and what needs to be done to do it.
Right.
Just like you said, you found the blanket bond in somebody's manual. Well, all the stuff we need is in the manuals, and our securities already been set up to be funded the way they are already. Right. So all you're doing is coming in, canceling what they issued. You issued your own shit, and now you have unlimited access to funds.
Right.
Because there's no money. You have unlimited credit. You always have.
Right. And this was the piece that we were really missing because, everybody had an idea, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But didn't know how to get to what we were trying to get to. And excuse me. And then you got people like somebody made a post and I was looking at it and I'm like, man, this brother listed all of these different people and I'm like, man, hustler, shiesty, money grubbing, right? So you could just take a guess about who he listed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so I'm looking and I'm like, all of these people, and not to say that they didn't have any information, they had some information. They did. They had a little bit of information, but the bottom line is this: that they ended up, giving you that little bit of information, just enough to keep you coming the hell back.
Yep. And charge you whatever dollar amount for that.
Yep, exactly. And just give you just enough to keep you coming the hell back. Period.
Mm-hmm. That's the purpose. Yeah. Perpetual servitude.
Yeah. But it is what it is, man. And I'm just grateful, that we're able to uncover what we're uncovering,
mm-hmm.
and move forward, because in fact, I was on a call the other day, and brother was talking about finances and and sharing and this, that, and the other. And these people, they real good people. I've known them a long time, and basically, he has a good heart, and he wants to help people. And I said, well, as soon as we get situated, brother, I'm gonna help you out, because I hate seeing our people in the position at the end, and just not realizing that these people have a system that's set up, and they just using us. You know what I'm saying? Like they got no freaking no any type of compassion or anything,
But they can't though. The Most High created this system.
Right.
It's not them. It has nothing to do with them. Because every time you point a finger at somebody, you're pointing three back at yourself.
Right.
That's why the whole system was created by the Most High. And if you accept the Most High, if you surrender to the Most High, then that's the gift that He promised you. But you have to surrender and claim your name, because that's what He gave you. Your parents didn't give you that name. They didn't give you that state. God did. You know what I'm saying? The Most High did. You got to identify that to get to this. You know what I mean? You have to stand up for yourself. This is all biblical. at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So we can't even be upset or frustrated because now that we're able to identify where the information lies, now it's up to you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's key. That's paramount. You know, and for those who don't want to submit, you know, they are in essence holding themselves back. Really.
Because they're going against God.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things I talked about. I said, you know, this thing here is about obedience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and humbling yourself and submitting. And if you don't do those things, then you know you got nothing coming.
You got no access to the promise.
Yeah, exactly. And that's funny because we were talking about WM 28, and I was sharing with the group. I was saying, you know, listen, WM 28 verse 1 says that, and it shall come to pass that if you right there, if you diligently seek and obey the word, right? He said, then all these blessings will come upon you.
Now, what's the word? The word is what you put on the forms.
Yeah. Well, and that was the other thing I was sharing with them as well, because you know people want to talk about my people perish for lack of knowledge, and because you reject knowledge, he said, I'll also reject you. I said, you know, listen, you had to understand that what knowledge is he talking about? He's not just talking about freaking scripture. He's talking about knowledge. He's talking about the word. He's talking about whatever systems that are in place in order for you to do what you need to do, that he has given you, that you may be the head, not the tail.
Exactly, but you have to stand up.
Yeah. So, you know, it is a beautiful thing, man. And I know that I'm just so grateful that the Most High is doing what he's doing, and keeping us, helping us to unravel this stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward, you know. So so just talking with you, I'm just like, so I gotta go back and look. I gotta go back and look, and I think, where the hell is that damn page at? The way I set mine up, right, is to abolish. Because I'm using the UPU, Diplomatic Relations 1961. Now, I got everything on here. Actually, I got everything on here. I got the lesson information, the province, the email, the exemptions and the exclusions, right? The direct EMS and the request and inquiry on the front, and then on the back, I got the blanket bond. So, yeah, I just gotta, like I said, I gotta just do this picture, because this one I got my daughter on here, and I gotta take her off of there, you know, and so I can get this joint ordered, You know. So the one that Naomi did, right? Did she have a signature on there?
What one? What one?
The ID card she did for Mateo.
It's the same thing as the custom dispatch. All it is the custom dispatch declaration of it.
Yeah, I understand that. My question is, did she put a signature on the bottom?
Huh? What you mean? Of course. Of course.
Okay.
Mateo,
okay, yeah.
Mateo Ferdinand.
Okay. Yeah, because I got a signature on mine as well. So
the signature is going to be the executor's signature.
Right.
So whoever the will of the estate appoints as the executor, that's the signature for everything.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to switch that signature. I got other signatures and stuff, but I'll change that out. I'll change that out. But yeah. All right. So yeah. Other than that, everything. The only thing I got to do is I got to get my. So if I already got an estate, I'll probably have to do a new estate number anyway, right? Because I got to call in there and tell them that I'm reporting to death.
You never received it.
Never received what?
The estate number.
No, I have an estate number.
What I'm trying to tell you is there was an estate EIN established on the date of the issue date of that birth certificate.
Right.
You never went and retrieved that number. That number's already here for you.
So wait. So you're saying if I apply for an estate EIN, then that's not the same as the one that we need to get?
No, it's not. I have an estate EIN number already.
Right.
Since
Okay.
2015. It's not the one because you didn't identify it with the issue date. You put your own birthday up.
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go do a whole new one anyway. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So I can't do nothing with this right now anyway until I call IRS. And
you gotta go to Social Security first before you go to IRS.
You gotta go to Social Security first?
Yeah. That whole process that he did was in 2013.
Okay.
Not the same procedure anymore.
All right. So you gotta go to Social Security first.
First, to withdraw the social. Then when you call the IRS, it's already going to be in Social Security system. All they're going to do is confirm. All the IRS is doing is confirming what the Social Security Department already did.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's not the same way anymore.
Okay.
Where you could just go straight to the IRS. Because the IRS, they're gonna check for that social. Right. And if Social Security didn't cancel it already, they're not gonna give you that EIN.
So, all right. So, to go to Social Security, then that's when I gotta go do the will, and
No. The will has to be done first.
Right.
Right? Then the Declaration of Independence has to be done. Once those two documents are done, then the Certificate of Trust, which is the deed poll, right, is created. So anytime you have a trust and you want to open a bank account or close a bank account, whatever you got to do with these people, you got to give them a Certificate of Trust, right?
Right.
Well, the Certificate of Trust is the deed poll.
Right.
And that is being sent to Social Security. That's why it's a change of status. So once they change the status in the system, by the time you call IRS, they can identify that the status has been already changed.
All right. So if I already got a trust certificate set up, I just had to make the amendments to
You don't have a trust certificate set up because your estate doesn't have a will, and you don't have a Declaration of Independence. So the trust certificate can't exist yet.
Okay. So all of the trusts and stuff that I got are really just sitting on nothing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
So you haven't established anything for them.
Right. All right. Let me get rolling. Let me get this shit together, bro.
Okay.
Because yeah, I definitely want to get this stuff done because I got to get it done because I got a Earth Day coming up in February, and my license expires, my registration expires, you know, so I got to have all this stuff set up properly, you know, before then. Unless I'm renewing that crap, but I'm trying not to renew that shit, you know.
Right.
So, all right. Well, let me get the cracking on this. I mean, at least at this point in time, this card is done. You know what I'm saying? So I just gotta switch the picture, and once I get the will, the Declaration of Independence, and all of that stuff done, and then take that stuff to get this trust certificate, and then take that to the Social Security. Then I can call and get a EIN, and then I can get this stuff done. So, yeah. All right. Well, did you get that the blanket bond? You want me to send you that, or?
Hold on a second. What you say?
I have to pull that. That's why. That's too damn big.
Do you want me to send you what now?
No,
No,
I was saying, did you want me to send you the blanket bond? Or you
yeah, you can.
All right.
Okay. All right.
All right. So I'll send that to you. All right.
All right.
All right, man. I'm gonna holler at you later, brother. I'm gonna go in here, man. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning, bro.
Okay.
So you know I've been working.
Okay.
I've been rolling, man. Looking, going back over them videos, reading and reading to that blanket bond stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the code for that I have in mind is for Georgia. So you're probably going to have to look it up for yours in Jersey.
Of course. I'm going to get everything from Jersey. You ain't got to worry about that. I'm going to get it.
Yeah. So.
I'm going to get it.
All right.
All right.
All right, man. I'm going to holler at you later, brother.
All right.
Appreciate you much, man.
All right.